We need water for cleaning food and preparing food, so we have to have water for that. And of course, sanitation would be like hospitals. We need to make sure the hospitals are clean so that people aren't getting more sick and dying. So we're going to reduce water with like regular people at home, like showers and stuff, to make sure that we have enough water for emergencies. Yeah.
It means turn the optation like severe finishing the flight hand training, flight vehicle busing, or the other heavy water use the activities have been the suspended. Suspended.
So, flushing the sewers, like throwing a bunch of water in the sewers to push all the bad stuff out to a special area to be treated or stuff like that. We're not doing that because that takes a lot of water. We're not going to be practicing for firefighters. Like that uses a lot of water. You're just wasting water practicing, right? We're not actually using the water for firefighting. So, we're going to hold down on that. Stop washing cars, or possibly it says other heavy water uses. This could be some factory things that use a lot of water. They might be like, okay, factories, you're gonna have to close down for like a week, blah blah blah, something like that. Oh, and that's that's
Finish.
that one finished. Um, so uh, let's see. Uh, how will we do this one? This is another Alberta one about the smoke from the oil fields. So there's an emergency in this oil field area, uh, Lloydminster. Uh, where is that? Um, uh, I think it's up here in this area. So I think in this area here, they're having an emergency with oil and stuff. So they're like, "Hey guys, be careful," kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, there's a bit of a fire or something from oil.
And out of the country fire at an oil rig still near the east central Alberta community of the Mandeville has the implemented an emergency alert for air quality due to smoke in the area.
Yeah, so I can search that up. Uh,
Thế
oh,
ngon
come
cả
on.
đây. Đấy.
Uh, Manville. Yeah. So where is it? Uh, Okay, so we're talking about here. Yes, Lloydminster. So this area here is having problems. Be super careful if you're in this area. Don't go outside, I guess, because it says toxic smoke. So if you're outside, the air quality is very bad, I guess.
The fire is about 23 kilometers southeast of the Winnipeg Manway, according to the alert. The
Alert.
community colored is the community is located 170 kilometers southeast of Aden.
Mhm. Yep. So southeast of Edmonton, 170 kilometers. And they're saying somewhere around here, like southeast in this area, 20, they said 20 kilometers. So they're talking about something in this area is uh, not good. Yeah, something in this area.
And the I'll rate the upstairs residents in the area between the highway 41 and highway 870 south of the where meaning of the East Deville and north the wild right.
Yes. So if we look again, here's Vermilion. So it's south of Vermilion, but north of Wainwright. Where's Wainwright? So it's okay. So Vermilion, Wainwright, it's somewhere here on this road. So yeah, somewhere on that road. Pretty simple.
Crude oil is building and the smoke is being produced late the IRS which was issued at 5 17 p.m. The smoke and dangerous in height
Yeah. Inhaled. Right. Inhaled, like breathing. So if you breathe in this smoke, it's going to be really bad for your lungs. This is toxic. Not just like, oh, I'm smoking like fire. No. This is like poisonous air. Like if you breathe this in like once, you'll have lifelong problems. So avoid this at all costs. Stay inside, put masks on, whatever you need to do. And here are the areas that are affected. So Irma, Beaver County, Vermilion, Wainwright, Mintburn. This is the county, so that's the area, and this is the town. Again, Vermilion, Flagstaff County, Innisfree, Manville, and Wainwright. So all these areas. So again, we're talking about Manville, Vermilion, Wainwright, and Irma. So like this giant square, all be careful if you're inside this square.
the only state that evaluation is not it required, however, residents are urgent to the gender clouds, the decomment, and the mutation in cars. One is older read in the near fail
Future.
fit.
So at the moment, they aren't saying this is evacuation level. Like it's bad, but it's local enough. Like it's only kind of where the oil is burning. That's the problem. So if you're away from there enough, like in Manville, and you stay inside, you should be fine. However, because you never know, this could get worse. Make sure you're prepared that you can leave your house at any moment. So if we're like, hey, we're leaving, you have your clothes, your documents, your medication, so you can leave to like Edmonton or leave to Saskatchewan or something.
People are advised to the city implies stay indoors are closed all doors and windows.
Yep. So again, it's about the air, right? The air is bad. So if you close your doors, keep the windows closed, keep all the good air inside your house, keep all the bad air outside your house, you should be fine. You should be fine. But yeah, don't go outside. And it doesn't say it, but of course, just like with COVID, it's always a good idea if there's an air problem to wear a mask, right? So they probably would also say wear a mask if you have to go outside. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, we finished this one already. Oh, okay, that was a short one.
We talk about this news.
Yeah. So
Joe Biden and the U.S. and the which states they the this the statements this the permanent
Texas.
Tex
Yeah.
and Joe Biden, and now the text they say we happen the fighting wire maybe.
Maybe.
You-
Yeah, I've heard of this. Eh, I'm not so concerned with this because I feel like they're just using this as a political tool. Because, for example, it's a bit weird how to explain this, but the Republicans are saying that you're not enforcing the rules, so we need to enforce the rules. But when it comes to national security, which would be immigration, right? The president has all the power. No states have zero power when it comes to this. So Texas is clearly in the wrong. The issue then is why did Texas do this? And are they just doing it for political games? Because remember, Republicans don't have the presidency right now. So if Republicans can look good, they can win this year. Remember, the elections in America is this year, right? November is when the new president will be, whether it's Biden again, or if it's Trump, or if it's someone else. That will be this year. So things always get crazy in America this year, all the time. There, because again, there's elections, right? So each side is trying to do something to show that they're doing something important. Yeah, that's all. My guess is when the federal government finally does get to the border with Texas, all it's going to happen is they're going to be like, okay, you guys have to leave. And Texas will be like, okay, sure. Like, they're not actually going to fight, I don't think. And if they do fight, that's a civil war. So I can't imagine that happening, but I guess it's a possibility. But I'm not too worried about it, if I'm honest. But we'll see. We'll see. What have you seen about it though? Like, what have you been?
I just look the TikTok a lot. The before say maybe the Texas just they don't come they don't to get they don't divorce they divorce the United States. They don't divorce the United States.
They're not allowed to do that. So, Texas thinks it can, but Texas is not allowed to leave the Union. No state is allowed to leave the United States, just like no province in China is allowed to just leave China. Like, you can't just have, I don't know, Guangdong leave or whatever. Like, it's the same idea. Like, or at least in your country's constitution. In Canada, it's a little bit different. Like, provinces are allowed to leave Canada if they want to. They can vote, and like Quebec could leave, or Edmonton could leave, or whatever. But in America, that's not allowed. So there's no option of Texas leaving. The only option Texas has is either civil war, where they fight, or they just give up. That's all Texas can do. Because the same thing happened with the American Civil War. When the South left the Union, they had to have a civil war because by law, you're not allowed to do that in America. So, yeah, it's just how that worked.
You think the happen the wire in the Texas and the United States, US? No.
That would be very unlikely, I think. The thing you have to remember is even though the military very skews towards like Republicans, and Texas is like a huge Republican state, most officers and most generals still follow the president, Biden. So like the army, like 99% of the army is going to be with Biden. So like Texas would just get obliterated.
No, this now this a lot the state they say Joe Biden you know right
Yeah.
you get a lot in no regular immigration to the U.S. and a lot of the states they say no we cancel and Trump will say yeah that is right we
Yeah.
cancel a lot of the no regular immigration come to the U.S. They get the California and the Texas the nearest Mexico. Before I told about you a lot of different countries.
The issue that's going to happen is if Texas is allowed to do this, then California should be allowed to let as many immigrants as they want, because Texas is deciding for the country the immigration status. So why can't California do that? So if Texas wants to do this, then Texas would have to allow California to let as many in as possible. And Texas wouldn't want that. And Joe Biden right now is working on a border deal with the Republicans to make the border stronger. So, like I mentioned earlier, I think this is just more of a election year, right? Like the election is coming up. They're going to choose their next president. And so the government always goes crazy right now, because right now, like Biden is super close to building up the border where Republicans would have no problem. They'd be like, well, you're fixing it, so how can we fight you if you're fixing it? So if that's the case, then Texas is going to look silly. So it's a political battle where Texas is trying to look strong, make Republicans look good, and make Joe Biden look bad. But if Joe Biden can get this deal done with the border, then Joe Biden can then say, "Well, see, look, I fixed the border, not Texas." And so, yeah, it's just that kind of thing. You don't normally see this in China, probably because with one party, you don't have to worry about two people fighting each other to get power. But in America and in Canada, it happens all the time where the year of elections, they always do crazy things to try to show off so they get the votes. It's pretty normal. I'm like I said earlier, I'm not super worried about it. Like if you remember during the 2020 election, they were trying to Trump was trying to fast track the vaccine to look good, and Democrats were trying to say that Republicans don't believe in vaccines to make them look bad. Like it's just a common thing. Every 2020, 2016, 2012, 2008, 2004, every election, it's always like, these guys are bad, we're good. No, these guys are bad, we're good. It always happens. It always happens. Yeah.
And you think the now the Texas they say we are single country we divorce the United States and the army fighting you look at the news army and
Yeah.
make I remember died a lot of people they use a gun boom 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 army they use a gun
Yeah. That would be related to like civil war. We call that civil war, right? Civil war, where it's country versus country, not like sorry, the same country fighting itself, right? It's not like America fighting someone else. It's America fighting America.
Oh yeah,
Um,
same to China before.
yeah, yeah. Lots of countries had it in the past. But again, I just can't see it. I know they, it looks like that might happen, but like you see this all the time and then nothing happens. Like Texas is very proud state because it's one of the few states that was a country for a little bit before joining America. And so, yeah, Texas has a little thing like, oh yeah, we're the best, blah, blah, blah. But generally nothing actually happens when it comes to this kind of thing. Um, and Abbott, the governor of Texas, so that's the leader of Texas.
uh, I watched that's the history before he come from the Mexico and divorced the Mexico and visit attendant to the U.S. and divorce U.S. Second attendance the U.S. and now the Texas the people they say no we don't we no attention the U.S. Both the U.S. attention the Texas. You look at the history very interesting.
Oh yeah, like I said, they have a very special relationship with the U.S. compared to other states. Like Texas is very unique, but with this whole Texas thing, like there's the issue with Republicans right now. Like if you want Republicans to win or you want Donald Trump to be the next president, his party, the Republicans, right, have done really nothing in the last 4 years. The Republicans have been really bad recently. And so the only thing they have over Biden right now is the border, because Biden handled COVID pretty well after Trump. He was able to deal with COVID. He got vaccines to everyone quickly. He kind of fixed the economy pretty quickly. Yeah, obviously there's problems. COVID happened. Of course, there's going to be problems. But like the gas prices went up, but gas prices went back down. Biden has brought everything back to kind of normal. So because of that, Republicans are scared that they're not going to win the election. And the only thing that Biden hasn't really fixed 100% is the border. So all Republican states are hoping that this border problem can show that Biden is bad and then vote for us. However, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. The Supreme Court is going to say that this is not justified. You're not allowed to do this because, again, the president has all power when it comes to borders. And oh,
1 minute.
no problem.
You think the next president Trump can win? Can win?
I don't like making a bet right now. So many things can change. At the moment, I would say that Biden is more likely to win at the moment. But if this border crisis becomes crazy, Trump could win. Or if what's it called? The economy goes down, Trump could win. But if everything keeps going the way it is, Biden's more likely to win because the economy has generally been going back up to normal. And generally, when the economy is getting better and better and people's lives are getting better, they vote for the incumbent because they're like, oh, my life is getting better and we had Biden. So if I vote for him, my life will continue to get better. So at the moment, it looks like Biden, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, with the elections, they're very crazy. This year, in the next, I guess it's 10 months, things will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you remember 2020, Trump looked like he was going to win the whole time, but then COVID really made it bad, and then he lost right at the end. In 2016, it looked like Hillary Clinton was going to win the whole time, but then there's a bunch of scandals for her, and then Trump came out on top right at the end. So it's just that kind of thing with elections that it's really hard to see, and like last minute things can change the election. So if there's a problem that happens in September, that could totally change the election. So if I make a guess right now, September could change my answer. So I have no idea. But it's possible. At the moment, I would probably say 70% Biden, 30% Trump. That's what I would say right now.
70% Biden and 30% Trump.
At the moment, but again, that could change very quickly. Like if you asked me last year, I would have said like 60% Trump, 40% Biden, because last year America was really bad. But since that year, things have gotten a lot better. So Biden looks better now. So yeah, we'll see. Because Biden has done a lot of working together. Like one problem that Obama had and one problem Trump had was they didn't really work together with the other side. It was just like Republicans working with Republicans or Democrats working with Democrats. But Biden has been able to do both. So he seems to be doing okay, but we'll see.
I think Joe Biden. Okay. Joe Biden and Trump is very old. Nearly 80%. Oh my God, 80 years old.
I think Trump is 77. Oh, sorry, 78 in June. So Trump is 78 in June, and Biden
82.
Well, he's 82 in November, though. So he'll be 81 with the election, because the election is in November. So, but yeah, they're
82 in November. We are too young. They are 82. Then made the U.S. the president. We are too young.
He would be 86 when he finishes. Like if he wins, right? If he wins, he'll be 86 when he finishes. That's crazy.
Okay, we have a time now. See you after.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.